Hello, grade 6. I am teacher Anne and I will be your advisor for this school year. I will be handling English 5 and 6, and I'm looking forward for a fun and engaging classes with you all. Alright, if you are all settled down, let's proceed to our lesson for today. Today we will talk about the simple aspect of verbs. I know all of you are familiar with verbs because you've been learning it since you were in grade 1 with your teacher, right? Okay, let's recite together what is a verb. Verb is an action word. And did you know that it has 12 tenses? Yes, it has. But today, we will learn only the 3 tenses. Simple present, simple past, and simple future tense. Let's read together. The use of verb forms to show action in the past, at present, and in future. It's called tense. Under the simple aspect, we have 3 tenses. First, simple present, simple past, and simple future. Read with me. Used to express the idea that an action is repeated or usual. Simple present tense. Like habit, hobby, or daily events, like daily activities. Okay, let's study the 5 uses of present tense. First one, habits and routines. Stative verbs, facts and general truths, scheduled events in the near future, opinions at the moment. Okay, let's talk about the first one, habits and routines. These are the things or action that we always do, like regularly. Example, I drink tea in the morning. She always eats lunch at noon. As you notice, I read letter S in eats because your subject is singular, which is only one. She. Remember the form subject plus a verb. In facts, these are the real action and true. For example, Anne works as a teacher. The sun is bright. In the first example, Anne works as a teacher. It is a fact, right? It's real that I work in a school. So, I am a teacher. Also, the sun is bright. We see that every day if it is sunny, right? Okay, let's proceed. Remember, she always eats lunch at noon. From the subject, she, your verb is eats. Anne works as a teacher. Your subject is Anne. Your verb is works. Okay, let's go to the next one. States or stative verbs. They are the feelings or emotions, opinions or senses like love, like, smells. These verbs do not use in continuous form, okay? We only use this in present tense. For example, I love my mom. It smells good. Remember, we cannot say I loving my mom or it's smelling good. It sounds different, right? Also, it's grammatically wrong. Okay? The next one, near future. Near future is a bit confusing because of the word future. But you see, near meaning to say this action is sure to happen. Okay? For example, I have class at 6 p.m. The next one, the game starts at 9 in the morning, meaning I have class at 6 p.m., which means it's scheduled that you have class at 6 p.m. The game starts at 9 in the morning, meaning to say that you are very sure that it will start that time. Okay? The last one, opinion at the moment. Okay, for example, you are very noisy. She is safe now. This action talks about what you feel or opinion at the very moment. Okay? Okay, so grade 6, remember that when we use simple present, we have to be very careful in checking our subject and our verb. Okay? So, the form is subject plus a verb. We have what we call plural subject and we have what we call singular subject. So, for example, subject I, you, we, they use the plural form of verb, which means we use the base form of the verb. We do not add s or es at the end of the verb, okay? The next one, we have subject and a verb. So, he, she, and it are singular subjects. That is why we use es or es at the end of the verb or the base form. Remember, if your subject is plural, it doesn't add s or any es. You always stick to the base form. But if your subject is he, she, and it, those three, you always add es or ies after the base form because it always takes the s form of the verb. Alright? Understand? Okay, so grade 6, we have some rules to follow in adding es, ies, or s in our verbs. Remember, in regular verbs like walk, it will become walks. Climb, it will become climbs. Just add s after the base form. The other one, ending with s, x, ch, sh, or o, we just need to add es like miss becomes misses, mix, mixes, watch, watches, wash, washes, go, goes. Okay? The next one, verbs ending in consonant plus y, we change the y into I and just add es like fly, flies, study, studies. Okay? Another one, verbs that ends in vowel plus a y, we add s like play becomes plays, say becomes says. Okay? Now, let's go to the simple past tense. But before we start, let's try to answer the following. Okay? Which form is correct? I, was or were, she, run, ran, 3, they, saw or seen. Remember, I, she, they are subject. So what is the past form that we are going to use for I? I, is the present. So what is the past of is? It's was or were. Okay? She is the subject. What is the past of she is? Or let's say she runs. You put s after the run, right? The verb. So she runs. What is the past of runs? Run or ran. Okay, it's ran. How about they? They saw or they seen? What verb are you going to use if you're going to use they see? So you're going to use they saw. Okay? Alright, grade 6. To fully understand in the use of simple past tense, let's go to the next page. Okay? Simple past tense used to talk about a completed action in a time before now. Okay, we'll go to the simple past tense. We have recent past. We use recent past as action that completed in a certain or particular time. For example, we visited her yesterday. So this action, yesterday, is completed. Okay? Visited is your past verb for visit. Alright? The other one, distant past. Distant past are action or events that completed over a period of time. For example, she lived in London in 1741, meaning to say she lived before in London in 1741, and it's completed action, okay? She might not live in London now, all right? So your verb is live. What is the past? It's lived, okay? So let's go to the next one. A definite point in time. A definite point in time is a series of completed actions in the past. For example, she finished her work at 7 o'clock. Okay? Which means there is a certain or there is a completed action in the past at 7 o'clock. Okay? So the next one, an indefinite point in time. For example, she played the piano when she was a child, meaning to say she played. The verb is played. So she played the piano before. Maybe it's not happening now in the present time. Maybe she doesn't play piano anymore. But it's sure that she played piano before. Okay? Okay, so here is how we form the simple past tense. Alright? Regular verbs plus D ending in silent E. For example, close, it becomes close. Just add D after the base form. The next one, verbs ending vowel plus Y, just add ED. Okay? Just add ED, become play, play. The next one, regular verbs plus ed, visit, visited. And regular verbs like take becomes took, come, came, sleep, slept, say, said. They are what we call irregular verbs. Alright? Okay, so let's move on to simple future tense. Okay, let's read together. Simple future tense used to refer to action that will happen in the future. It is formed by adding will or shall to the base form of the verb. Alright? Remember, in simple future, we always use the base form of the verbs. Okay? So, if your subject is singular, you will just add will plus the base form. If your subject is plural, you just need to add will and also a base form. Whatever your subject is, you have to use the base form. Alright? Example. Will plus the base form wash. She will wash the dishes later. Shall plus base form grow. We shall all grow together. Understand, grade 6? Great. Okay. We also have 5 uses of future tense. The first one, actions or events that are intended to happen. For example, the teacher will check the test papers tomorrow. This action, it is planned, it's intended. Meaning to say, you planned it to do last night or last month. You are intended or you planned to do it, to check the papers. Alright? Number 2, actions that are likely to happen when a certain time or certain event occurs. Example, when it rains, the seed will grow into plants. Meaning to say this action that is likely or may happen when another event or action came up. So it's like a cause and effect, all right? Why the seeds grows into plants? Because when it rains, right, the seeds will grow into plants. The cause is it rains, so the effect, the seeds will grow. Understand? Okay, remember there are two actions in one sentence. Okay, it rains and it will grow. Okay, the next one, action or events that are unavoidable. For example, nobody will live forever. Meaning to say unavoidable. You cannot change it, you cannot break it. Alright? Okay, the next one, promises. We usually use it, right? For example, I will always love you. Okay, it's you if you want to make a promise, you have to use future will. Okay? The next one, determination. Determination, you are determined to do it. You are strongly believe that you will do it. For example, we will die for our country. Okay, the third one, predictions. Predictions, this is likely to happen in the future. We use as future tense to make predictions. For example, the smart boy will become a lawyer someday. Okay, it's a predictions. Okay, it can happen or might not happen. It's just a prediction. All right. Okay, grade 6. So let's have a quick review. We just learned the simple aspect, and they are simple past tense, simple present tense, and simple future tense. Alright? Okay, grade 6, we are done with our lesson. And before we end up, let's try to practice what we have learned today. Okay, are you excited? Yes! Great, let's start. Choose the correct verb in parentheses. Number 1, my brother goes, go, will go to work every day. What is the correct verb? Goes. Okay, why goes? Because your subject is brother, and brother is only one. So you just have to add es after the base form. And what tense is this? Present tense. Very good. Okay. Number 2, I take, takes, will take the bus soon. Look at the sentence. What do you think is the right verb to complete this one? Take. Okay. So, what tense is this? Present tense. Look at the sentence. It hasn't happened, right? And it's not happening now and it doesn't happen every day, but it will happen in the future. But it's considered as present tense. Remember, we just learned near future. So meaning to say you have planned it, okay? And it's gonna happen soon. So, I take is the correct answer. Okay? The next one, they will danced in the party last night. What is the correct verb for this sentence? Dance. Why dance? Because, as you see, there is last night, which is it happened in the past. Right? So, your verb should be dance. Okay? What tense? Past tense. Okay. Number 4, he will bought a new car next year. What verb should we use on this sentence? Okay, will buy. Why will buy? As you see in the sentence, there is the word next year, meaning to say it will happen in the future next year. So you have to use will buy. Okay? And what tense is this? A future tense. Okay, let's go to the last one. The students perform in class last month. Okay? What is the correct answer? Perform. The students perform in class last month. Okay. So, It's what tense is that? Past tense because it happened in the specific time last month. Alright? That's all for today. I'll see you again in our next class. Have a good day. Goodbye.